We have an irrational hatred for people doing the speed limit.
At least one celebrity has successfully faked their own death.
There are murderers and serial killers among us that have never been caught or have successfully hidden their crimes.
There's a point where you are older than all living dogs on the planet.
The overwhelming majority of houses are oriented to be parallel to the road they are on, rather than being oriented in a way that is optimized for the sun, privacy, or existing features of the land. Apparently, the most important view is the view of the road.
For Dumbledore to be so great at being a wizard, he's really bad at identifying talent for defense against the dark arts.
It's more socially acceptable to fart in public than it is to pee yourself in public. If you're swimming, it's the exact opposite.
Cooking competitions are technically a type of chemistry competition.
A corn maze is a maze.
Having one drink takes more discipline than having no drinks.
Authority derives solely from the human imagination.
Cemeteries are made for the living.
Modern movies that take place in the 80s use way more synthesizer music than movies actually made in the 80s ever did, especially in horror movies.
There was nothing stopping people from as far back as ancient Egypt from inventing Dungeons and Dragons or tabletop fantasy role-playing in general.
The more we grow up, the more we understand how much of a kid we are to the elder.
Julius Caesar never ate spaghetti and meatballs.
Knowing which Hogwarts house someone was sorted into is more informative than knowing their zodiac sign.
We are all, more or less always, carrying around a bag of vomit inside of us.
Introverted people are more likely to get convicted of a crime they didn't commit than extroverts because extroverts have more chances for an alibi.
Now for a quick break. Stay tuned for more shower thoughts. Gay men stereotypically love hanging out with women, but lesbians stereotypically hate men.
For you to be born, it required billions of people over centuries to meet and reproduce.
At some point in the future, IDs will mention what planet you're from.
A backless dress is the same thing as a dressless back.
There's an infinite amount of numbers that haven't been named yet.
Having no feelings sounds terrible, but sufferers don't feel bad about it.
Our eyes never close, our eyelids just cover them.
Most conspiracy theories are grounded in the theory that ordinary people can't do extraordinary things, positive or negative. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more mind-bending shower thoughts. Goodbye for now. If you liked this podcast, check out our other podcast, Daily Facts. This podcast gives you interesting tidbits of information to impress your friends, family, and colleagues with. So get smarter in less than 10 minutes a day. Just search for Daily Facts in your podcast app or check the show notes page for the link. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.